And then I think step by step, bro, that just becomes the automatic, situation. We don't have to try to stop the government from ruling us. We just have to be able to rule ourselves, and then the government is no longer a need in that aspect.
Well, even things there that you said made me think of another related topic. Like you said, we need to get more people to get their own jobs and to start working again. But even within that, then we would have to continue, in my mind, continue doing deportations to get more jobs available for American citizens and push people back into jobs. But that's another thing that we'll never get to agree on. Back to that too.
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, you're good. But like when I see all this shit coming, whether it's from Candace or whoever's posting stuff about us, the thing I wish I could do so badly is just like punch back. Like I wish I could go on X and just post some shit and be like, Candace said this is so obviously wrong.
So you would say you have counters to this stuff that you feel confidently like you could change people's minds or change their understanding about situations. Yeah, okay.
Not everything, because
you're more inside than any of us are. So
yeah, I mean, not
what John was able to do in his life, a lot of people might struggle to do.
Yeah, but it's because he put his thoughts and his ideas and shaped himself.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I tried, bro.
People.
Like, let's not forget, I had a record deal as a rapper, homie. Like, I tried to walk the fucking wrong path as hard as I fucking could. I wanted that life. Things just didn't work out. The difference for me, though, I think that most people don't get from the hood is because I'm no different than them. I'm not trying to say I'm smarter than none of these people, bro, or that they're stupid. It's just perspective. I was able to get perspective because I had certain circumstances play out in my life that brought me to a point of perspective where I was able to have epiphanies and be like, whoa, something ain't right. And I talk about it all the time. Like, coming to North Dakota for the first time was one of my biggest, like, eye-opening experiences ever. It didn't immediately change me, but it planted the seed in my head, in my mind, that did eventually change me, because I never understood another world existed outside of the world that I understood and lived. And I seen the history in my elders and their elders. It was a forever ago thing that we were like this and always have been. And so until I got the perspective, which I was just fortunate enough to be able to have circumstances in my life that took me out of that pocket and put me over here, and then I was like, damn, this place is fucking different from where I grew up. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Ill Ego Culture Brands Red Tape Talk. I'm your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Ego CEO, and I'm here with my three counterparts, Dion, Two Cup Larry, Cody, Big Meat, Mauk, and Dalton. I'm doing dad shit, Nelson. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, it's been a minute.
It has.
It's been a long time.
Dalton, I like your hat.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I think it's been probably been like a month and a half, 2 months since I've been on here when you guys attacked me and I needed some time away from all of you. And now
we hurt your feelings, bro?
No, you cannot hurt my feelings. Bro, I've heard everything. You cannot hurt my feelings. And I think it's good, though, because there's nothing that my friends haven't said to me that someone else could say to me that's not going to make me crash out.
And we mean it with love, bro.
You two do, maybe.
Cody's questionable.
That guy's angry when he says it.
Cody hates everything you stand for right now, bro.
He does, bro. And I just love America, man. I just love America, just like him. I guess we just love
It's
America.
like I said earlier, man. Like you believe you're fighting the good fight, bro. You just don't understand yet. I hold it not against you, but the people who control what you do.
Like I just said, I love America. You guys love America, but we just do it in different ways, I guess.
Yeah, I'm on some new shit, bro. I want all of us to just get along. I feel like we all fell into the trap of division. And so I just, regardless of your point of views, regardless of woke leftism and your gender and your hair color, I just want I want us all to come together, because what they want right now is for us to be completely divided, bro, and they're winning.
Yeah,
we're not paying attention to them. But how do we
get to that point? That's where I feel like
one person at a time is the only fucking way, incrementally.
But how do you bridge the gap? How do you bridge the gap from someone like that has the blue hair, septum ring, and
you go meet one, Cody.
I hate the world. I hate the world.
You go meet one in the real world. It's so hard to
talk to them because they are like that, though. They're the saddest,
I'm with you,
most
for sure.
depressed, anxiety-ridden.
Well, they're just more closed-minded too. You know what I mean? They don't want. Yeah. At this point, they're just like, no, you're one of them type shit, and it's just like, no, like really, I'm not. We all have the same belief system at this point, right? Now that the
for the most part,
yeah, you know what I mean in terms of like bro, fuck the government. Like that's where we all stand right now. You know what I mean?
It's like the hard part is like there is some things that we can never agree on.
Right, but welcome to America. That's what it's all about, bro. We're supposed to disagree and continue to move forward, bro.
I think we can agree to disagree on a lot of things, but on the big things we can all agree on, which is like what we see
no
happening
kings,
right
bro.
now is not okay.
Yeah, no kings.
No kings.
No king.
No kings.
Kings.
But we can't say no kings and then be like, where's my welfare check though? You know what I mean? Like we got to mean it. No
Govern
kings.
me harder, daddy.
So I think what it boils down to is everyone has to just step up their game, bro. Get their work ethic together and go out there and fucking not have to rely on people ruling us. And then you win. You get your no kings and we get a better society of people who actually are contributing to what we're all looking for, which is to not be governed by such a harsh and powerful government, bro. Like
I don't even know. I think it's easier to bring like the liberal and the conservative together. I think that's actually easier than one of the things you just kind of alluded to, which is like making the government better. Because yesterday I filled up with gas for my pickup. It was like $75.
Mhm.
Like 2 months ago, it was like 50 maybe.
yeah.
And then so if me and this very left-leaning person can agree this shit sucks,
Yeah.
we want cheaper gas,
Yeah.
and we both agree we should not be in war with Iran.
Right,
We both
right.
don't like that.
Right.
And we both are like, the government's doing some really shitty stuff, but how do we get from like this person and I agreeing on this stuff, which seems like on such a small scale it's a win, but then look up at the actual government, what Trump's doing, things like that, and be like, damn, that is bad.
Yeah. Well, it's bigger than just finding common ground, I think, to answer your question. What we need to do is get to a point where everyone is individually doing well enough that the government isn't a need per se, right? If we have to rely on our government, then they're continuing to win.
See, they did such a good job structuring this, so we can't even get to that point.
Right.
Because these people who are relying on food stamps, if you were to tell them, like, we just got to say, F the government, let's take away your food stamps now. F the government, no more, like, subsidies for all these stupid things.
See, and that's what I think the problem is. They got the right, quote unquote, so hardened to the idea of, like, just fucking do some fucking push-ups and let's move it. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I think if we want to do it the right way, then we have to, like I said, incrementally make our way to that, right? So it's not a matter of shut off food stamps and just fucking get on the horse. You know what I mean? It's more of like, let's gradually work towards food stamps not being a need, right? So let's get jobs. Let's start there. Let's want to work for a living. Let's want to work full, 40-hour work weeks and stuff. And then let's start paying some of our own bills. And then eventually you're going to realize, like, I don't need this government assistance. Or guess what? You're going to earn your way out of government assistance because there's a salary cap on people who have those things, right? So we got to get to that point where people are actually earning their living again. And then I think step by step, bro, that just becomes the automatic, situation. We don't have to try to stop the government from ruling us. We just have to be able to rule ourselves, and then the government is no longer a need in that aspect.
Well, even things there that you said made me think of another related topic. Like you said, we need to get more people to get their own jobs and to start working again. But even within that, then we would have to continue, in my mind, continue doing deportations to get more jobs available for American citizens and push people back into jobs. But that's another thing that we'll never get to agree on. So we can't even get to that point. And I'm fully with you. Like, we both want the same shit. It's just like, I genuinely feel like it might be the case that we're too far from it. And I talked to my dad about this recently because he asked if I ever would want to run for something locally. And I had people, like all these older people in the GOP across the state who talk about it with me all the time. And I said, yes, eventually I would like to. And then, like, how far can you take it, and how far eventually would, like, let's say I got elected as like a state representative, and then months or years down the road, next thing I'm like a state senator and keep going up. At what point do I get to that level when, and hopefully this will never happen, where I look down, like, I don't really care about the people who got me here anymore, because it happens to everybody, every single person who gets elected. So let's say you and I are talking about this now. It sounds great, but even me, for example, someone's going to bring a big check, and I'm like, listen, I got to.
Or your first, like, good quality inside trade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like when at what level, like, even, I don't know if you guys know Julie Fedorchak. I was so vocally for her before she got elected. Now, dude, I do not like her at
100%.
all. She just voted against releasing the names of the people
Sexual
in
harassment.
Congress, who were doing sexual harassment. Yep. It's unbelievable shit. Yeah. Like, and she wasn't for that eventually.
But see, I think it's because you'll reach a level where it's a you better do it kind of situation.
Better get along to go.
You know what I mean? It's not a matter of your moral compass per se. It's a matter of how much dirt do you have that they can expose you for that you don't want them to, or how have they found a way to compromise you, or just plain and simply like, what kind of threats did they hang over your head?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've said this before. I don't think that everyone in government is necessarily bad by default. I think they're being forced to look and be bad because there's other things that we're not aware of behind the scenes that are hanging over their fucking heads. Oh, yeah. And I don't say that for everybody. There's clearly a bunch of sick motherfuckers out here, bro. But I think when you look at the whole of government, you're like, how the hell are they all so damn corrupt? Well, man, corruption comes in many forms. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes it's not accidental, but it's like not to the fault of certain people. That corruption could just be as simple as saying, hey, man, like, I'm going to hurt your family, and we're very capable. And so you better ride this wave because you're here now and you don't have a choice. And then what do you do? You know what I mean? Like at that, would you just be like, try me? You know what I mean? Or do you be like, fuck that. I'm going to live and I'm going to make sure I protect my family to the best of my ability. So I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying what we're seeing happening in the world right now. I don't know what I would do in that situation if someone from the government, let's just say the CIA came up to you and was just like, dude, we'll take your wife, your kids, your mom, your dad, everyone out, or you'll just do what the fuck we tell you and you get to live and carry on with your life. What do you do then? Do you dare to challenge that system, that agency, or do you just be like, oh, if I'm fucked, you got me?
I think things like that are actually happening. Like,
I guarantee it.
Like kind of a lot. And with Fedorchak in North Dakota, I think it's a big possibility. They were like, if you don't vote this way, you're not going to be reelected ever. Like you'll never get a job.
I think honestly that it happens at the highest level.
Yeah,
I think so. I was listening to the Joe Kent interview, and he was saying something like along the lines of he didn't know, like he wasn't saying this is like a for sure thing, but he was just like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Trump himself has been some sort of threatened. Yeah, you know, because if you look back on his assassination attempt, and then you look at Charlie's and how they squashed the investigation into that. And then he said that, I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember when Trump went to a restaurant in D.C. and there was a bunch of protesters in there?
Yep.
So that means that they knew that Trump was going to be there and where to sit to get in within distance of where he was at that restaurant.
And that alone is a threat.
Meaning that somebody on the inside, somebody told him. Then not only that, but he was saying that there was Trump was like outside, I can't remember where, but off-duty officer, plain street clothes, walked up to Trump and shook his hand. Like he was a patriot, like he liked Trump. But the fact that this guy was just a plain street clothes guy was able to get up that close to the president, you know, without anybody tackling him, that's crazy.
When was this? Recently?
Yeah, I don't know if it was recent or not. But
he was at least in office. He was the president when this happened.
Yes.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then I've been told, or I think he said that there was Benjamin Netanyahu's dudes were planting listening devices on Trump's Secret Service vehicles.
How do you get that done, bro, without inside help?
So like,
I don't even.
Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Trump is even like calling the shots. Absolutely not.
It doesn't seem like it at all.
I think and I saw a video about this and it was like a crazy rabbit hole and I stayed out of the one that it was specifically talking about. But I believe that there's like a network of billionaires, maybe even up to $1 trillion that we don't even know and we'll never know them. And they essentially plan out every single presidency and they're deciding what's going on.
Elon's just the richest guy in the world that they put out there publicly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not the richest guy.
A rich man to make people angry about rich people. Yeah. But I genuinely do not think at all Trump and JD Vance are actually in control anymore. And I think it seems obvious because if you go back to Trump's campaign talking about like one of the
everything about him is the opposite.
No new wars. Trump has said, I will not take us into Iran. He said that. And then now he's doing the exact opposite, like you just said.
And he's justifying it too.
Yeah, and he's like, we need to. And Caroline Leavitt, the Speaker of the House, is going up there talking, and she was like, just sounds like a retard. And they like
it's bad, dude. She sounds just like fucking KGP and fucking Jen Psaki Bomb. Like she sounds just like him. Yeah, that's what the most disappointing thing is. It's like you guys sound exactly like the people that we did not like.
Almost as if though they're all being pressed by the same thumb.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, it's
That's
like
what it sounds like.
all the comments you see on different things about this shit. It's like Republicans and Democrats are doing the exact same thing. Just one is way gayer. One's just really gay and stupid, and the other one's like.
That's why I say I think the end goal was always to divide us, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They pit us against each other, and we can't pay attention to all the shit they're doing to the highest degree because half of us don't buy it. You know what I mean? Some of even like Trump's base, like I know he's lost a lot of his base, us included, but there's still a lot of those weirdos out there that are just so pro-Trump, bro.
Yeah,
and they're just like, look at how amazing the Patriots are in control, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I think it's a lot of older people, and
influencers,
And then you got the gay influencers like Graham Allen and Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
All they do is just ride.
Yeah, they're just riding hard.
Those people who were at the White House that got the Epstein files in their hands.
But God, that's so embarrassing.
Then weeks later, they didn't exist, and they walked out with nothing actually. And
where are all those clowns anyway?
Man, that shit's so sad because these are people a year ago, 2 years ago, especially 2 years ago. We talked about so highly. We've been like, fuck yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna do this. We are going to win. Now I'm so against what I'm against for sure. Like. What's happening right now in the Republican Party for sure, and the Democrats just the exact same problem is just so much gayer, and I hate that shit too. And like neither of it's all bad. It's all really, really, really bad. And so many people come up to me and talk about what I do for work, and I hate when people use the words like, "Oh, you're Republican," and I'm like, I voted Republican this time, and I'm like, I just consider me conservative because that's how you live. Republican is how you vote, and I'm like, I voted Republican this time.
Conservative values.
Yeah, I got conservative values. I live as a conservative person. I'm just like, whatever happens in the future, fuck. I hope a Democrat is great. I hope Stephen A. Smith runs. I'll vote for him. The shit he talks about, I like it. He knows sports, and the shit he talks about, he's very, very common sense and very grounded. And there's some shit he hates Trump on, some shit he loves Trump on, and he'll be very, very critical of the Democrat Party all the time. And then, he'll shit on Gavin Newsom and then shit on Trump.
If he ran as a Democrat, he'd probably win in 28.
He could. He really could.
I think
he's very, very likable.
And I think that people are so mad
at politicians
in general.
Yeah.
That, and especially like on the right, people want a pound of flesh.
Yep.
They want a pound of flesh from the people on the right now. Mm-hmm. And they're going to get it this coming midterms.
And it's so crazy that he's even like a name in this shit now. I think he's the third or fourth. He was just on Piers Morgan. I think Piers said he's the third or fourth highest person to be likely to be the Democrat candidate, which is it is insane. At him or third or fourth, but I would like Trump obviously can't.
Then you flip it on the other side. It's like, holy fuck! Like I just heard that JD Vance is not running in now.
Why not? Yeah.
And then Marco Rubio. I don't know if you guys seen that. I don't know if it was true, but Marco Rubio said he's not planning on running either. So
who was there was a female that they just talked about potentially that might run, and she could potentially win if she did. It was like a big
Marjorie
name.
Taylor Greene.
No, not her.
I don't even know. I don't know who we could put up to win. I have no idea. And not even say we, but I'm like, I want the most conservative person to win. But who knows if that's even going to be a Republican anymore? Because Trump's not acting. Trump was never a true conservative anyway, but now he's really not acting like it at all.
Yeah.
And his endorsements don't mean shit anymore. They really don't. He just lost his own district.
Yep, I saw that in
flipped
Mar-a-Lago,
his own district.
Florida. Yeah. That's horrible.
Democrat.
That is really, really bad. I mean, you know how much shit we gave when Tim Walz lost Mankato, because Tim Walz is from Mankato and he lost that area. And now I hope the same Republicans who are making fun of him for that are like, oh, F Trump, fuck you, Trump. You just lost all these people who loved you, who lived around you. They were your neighbors, and now you pissed them off too. Now they don't even like you.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's bad.
Yeah, it is really bad. I don't know who the Republicans.
Now they're talking about Florida is going to flip and,
Blue?
for the governorship.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they're not going to take Fishback or the big
Byron.
Yeah,
Donalds. Byron's is hemorrhaging support right now because he's so pro-Israel. He's hemorrhaging support.
Fishback is so anti-Israel.
Yeah.
He's cool though.
Yeah,
he
like
Fishback. He says some funny stuff.
I do like
think,
Fishback.
I don't think he's a good candidate.
But he's I think he's a little bit too brazen about it.
He will not get the old people vote.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. They're voting for Donalds.
Maybe in like 10 years or so.
Yeah.
He could probably
when he polishes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he'll still be young then, so he could be like a Gavin Newsom type of guy.
Yeah.
Because Gavin Newsom, he's probably like the most likely to win because he's just a good candidate. And I don't like him at all.
He speaks well, but
he speaks very well.
He's going to have a lot of issues trying to
he's not going to be able to talk his way out of the California mess that he created. Because that, like, I mean, it's a disaster. It's the worst ran state in the country. Next, I mean,
And
that
he's a
Minnesota.
flip flopper too. Like 1 minute he's pro-Israel, then he's against it. It's like, okay.
Even when him and Charlie
decide.
had a podcast, he was like, I get it, Charlie, the trans issue, we got to lose it. And then months later, he was like, I think he said the number one thing that I love and that I'm going to run on is trans kids. And I'm like, okay, well, now you sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you love trans kids.
Dude, honestly, I think that this whole fucking process needs to be studied. Like, we were riding so high going into 2024. It was so high. After that, Trump was attempted assassination, and going into the election and winning it, and then
Couldn't have been happier.
all of a sudden, fucking, I don't know what happened, but it just went 180 degrees, and it just went.
I mean, even like, so I talk to a ton of students and know tons of different employees all the time. And we're all like, our focus is conservatism, not Republican shit, at least for like the side of Turning Point I work for. But so many people were just like, we got to fix this shit. Like, and we talk about fixing the conservative movement because we're just like so uninterested in fixing the Republican Party at this point, because all the old people involved have already ruined the Republican Party. So the young people like us, we're trying to fix the conservative movement, and that's like the only hope. Going in and talking about like fixing the Republican Party is just no hope. It's just gone, especially after this. Like, my dad has voted Republican his entire life, and we were talking on my drive here, and he's just like, he hates it. He's so over it, and he loves Christine.
When you got fucking Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Mark Levin being the voices of the Republicans, and they're the ones that Trump is listening to, like, that's an issue. We don't want anything to do with those fags. Yeah. Nothing at all. Those guys suck. And that's who Trump is listening to? Because damn well Trump listens to Fox News all the time. He's probably got Mark Levin queued up.
They just, are just glazing him all day on Fox News. So he's like, oh, yes, my base loves me. And then Fox News again will report like Trump has a 99% approval rating. And I'm like, where are they getting these numbers from?
I thought CNN was fake news. And here he is saying like, well, did you guys see that I got 100% support? And CNN poll even said it. It's like, dude, you're the one that just said CNN is fake news every day. Like you said, fake news, fake news. Like, okay, so either they're fake news or they're not. So is that poll bullshit then? But it's saying that it's supporting you, but now you're buying it. So, it's not, it doesn't look good, I
like to bitch a lot about the bigger scale of things, but my focus right now is on even just like the mayor race in Fargo. That's where I'm trying to keep my brain at and just try to make sure we don't have this the liberal candidate.
What do you think about that? I don't remember what school it was. I think it was a college that they no longer affiliate with themselves with Turning Point, that they switched to
Arkansas.
Oh yeah,
I was just talking to
Arkansas, the college, right?
Yeah, it was University of Arkansas.
They're calling themselves like the Young Conservatives or something like that.
Something like that, something related to that. I think some of their concerns are definitely valid, and it's out of my region. And I'll tell you, if a school acted like that in my region that I was overseeing, I mean, my number one thoughts would be that it's okay that they have things they don't like and things they don't agree with Turning Point. Like, I told my staff, even if I'm telling you something you don't like it, that's okay. We can go back and forth. We can have a good discussion about this, and maybe things can change, maybe not. Some things are just concrete and I can't change them even if I wanted to. Some things I will work with you and we'll fix them and we'll tweak them how we can. But those kids in Arkansas who made that decision, I feel like it was a very emotional and loud decision, hoping to get views and clicks, where, we work in politics. That's what we do. So we're going to disagree all the time, and that's okay. Like, we literally are getting paid to disagree with people all day. And, that's just the name of the game in politics. And to see them on such a big scale like that blow up, and now they got millions and millions of views on X. Candace posted them, Milo reposted them, and I'm like, you guys got what you want, but now, like, this individual school and that group of students, they just alienated themselves from like the actual big conservative movement. And I don't want to say unfortunately, because I wish there was more joining on, but the reality is there's no other movement like Turning Point for students to move with right now. There's just not. If there was, like, I hope they do well, I guess. But this thing that they're going down, they have no support from anybody now. Like, they might get a couple $1,000s from these donors who are like now anti-Turning Point, and they're so proud of them. But like, we have access to all the speakers. We have access to all the shit. They had grievances about our speaker process, about all of these different things. And I'm like, I understand it, but you should have come to a manager to talk about it, because that's how you handle things as an adult. Like, you should go to whoever oversees what's going on, give your complaints to them, see if we can work something out. If that doesn't work out and you're still super, super pissed off, and I mean, I guess go viral if you feel like you need to do that.
Did they say what their reasoning was behind why they chose
felt
to do
like
that?
Turning Point was too metrics focused, and like we were not focused on students as much anymore, and that we are like, I don't even.
Some of the causes I think they had an issue with.
Yeah, I mean, I think it even goes up larger than that too. Like they look, I think Trump's making them mad, which is very, very fair. Trump makes me mad every day, I think. And like they talked about, they think leadership is going in the wrong path and all these different things like that. And it's okay to have those thoughts, but what's not okay is to act emotionally just for clicks like they did. Because some of the complaints they had, I'm like, okay, I can see that, I understand. But like, you know, if I had that same feeling, I would go to my boss and be like, hey, I'm having this thought. Let's talk about it. What are your thoughts? Let's go back and forth and see if we can come to an agreement, or you can make me see something I'm not seeing right now. And those students should have came to whoever the manager was and be like, hey, there's a disconnect between our chapter right here at Arkansas and management at Turning Point. We would love to speak with someone in management to try to connect the dots here and see what's going on. Because right now we are feeling left out, because that's bad. We don't want that for anybody. And I just wish they would have handled it like that, but they felt they had to go a different direction. And I wish them well, because, you know, it's a group of young students. Like they're still fighting for the same cause. I just wish it would.
Do you think more of that is going to happen? You think?
I think an initial. I think no. My answer is no, because we reached out to like all these chapter presidents across the country who are leading some of the best, and actually, well, not even the best, the biggest and the smallest chapters, just to see how they're doing. Like I myself probably did 15 phone calls the day or 2 days after, talking to students across the Midwest. I got
after that happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
because they all seen it. Like, there's no reason for me to hide it and be like, you didn't see that shit, right? No, everybody saw it. Everybody saw it.
So did you get? Was that a directive that you had to check in with everybody just to see?
Like, I don't want this problem to blow up in my face in the Midwest, because, you know, I know the manager there, what happened, and she's a really, really good friend of mine. And I was like, damn, that I feel bad for her. So now for me, I'm like, I'm going to get in touch with as many students as possible. And I talked to students in North Dakota, Kansas, Minnesota, Iowa, you know, all over. And a lot of the feedback was even some of it was similar to what the students in Arkansas said. But they said that they have respect for Turning Point, and they would, you know, they don't, and they've had a lot of good experience with Turning Point, the students I talked to, and they were like, no, like, obviously you guys grew really, really fast. So we understand that there's going to be some growing pains, and this goes along with it. Like, there have been growing pains in how quickly we grew, because before Charlie died, we had like 600 schools. Now we've got almost 1,500. So like almost like 600 more, 700 more than we've ever had before, ever. And now we had the same amount of staff too. So now we're going from this scale to I can't even reach high enough to where we're at now. And we're kind of like having to backtrack a little bit to be like, okay, sorry, these students in this corner of the state feel a little left behind because we've been growing too fast. We're going to come back to you now, let you know that we support you and you're with us and we're with you. And that's what we're doing. And I just let the students know that I talk to you, like, yeah, I hear you. Like, you have these complaints. And I didn't even ask just about like Turning Point complaints. I asked about like Republican Party complaints, like things like that. Like, how do you feel the conservative movement is going? And the answer, you know, well over 50% of the time, they were like, it's not going good at all.
That's what I was going to ask you. It's like, so now that we've seen such a 180-degree flip, especially after Charlie died, what is your guys' what do you foresee happening, I guess, on local campuses now that the younger generation is kind of moving away from?
Yeah, I mean, even young people are like mad at it.
They're definitely, I mean, I've seen a lot more like young people that are totally against supporting Israel.
Yeah. Oh,
and I would say it's probably no secret that Turning Point is more pro-Israel.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've certainly seen young people shift away for sure, like in mass numbers, actually. And I don't even obviously, these kids can have their own, actually, I mean, they're not even kids, but these students can have their own thoughts for sure. I got my own thoughts. I'm not the biggest supporter. I don't really understand it all that much. But I mean, I'm not anti. I just think that I'm so pro America and America only that anything, it could be Mexico, it could be Germany. I don't give a shit. Keep their shit over there. Keep our shit here. I don't care what country it is. I wouldn't understand helping any of them while we got problems here. And that's how students are feeling. Like they're seeing gas prices go crazy. They're seeing grocery prices are still high as shit. And we're giving literally billions away a day. Whether even like now to, I think Trump or Pete Hegseth just requested 200 billion to go to Iran.
Yep.
Like that's unbelievable when you have these students and these kids and families here who are just desperately needing shit, especially even
someone that we're at war with on top of that.
College, I saw a new thing. It said from, I think it was in the 80s or 90s, the price of tuition for a 4-year degree rose 300% from then. Back then it was like $1,800 or so for a 4-year bachelor's degree. Yeah. And now it's, you know, like going to NDSU is like $80,000.
I mean, I've even seen, I felt that too going to college. The prices are crazy. But the students, they're not even like, sure, some of them like have watched the Candace Owens of the world and now they're anti-Turning Point, which is whatever. I mean, people have their own minds to do whatever they want. But even outside of that and the conspiracies that these students fall down sometimes, it's just the movement as a whole that's pissing them off. Like they're seeing, we were the anti-war party for a bit. You know, the amount of times Charlie said no new wars, like I feel like I heard him say it a million times when he was, you know, helping Trump win. It was like all no new wars. Who started no wars, who has ended wars, and who is about no new wars. And now we're all seeing like we're clearly not no new wars anymore, and it's horrible. I was very supportive of the Venezuela thing, especially because they got in and out. I don't think anyone died, right? Yeah, so I was cool with that. But now this is just, we've had U.S. soldiers die.
Yep. And
there's people like around the country who are seeing this in every corner of, you know, the Turning Point campuses, and they're like, damn. But even they're happy that they are not part of like the young Republican group, because the young Republican group is the ones that are directly correlated with the party. And we are still not correlated with the party, and we're just doing conservative shit and trying to push all that onto them and trying to grow that. So our goal and what I'm doing is still just trying to spread conservatism as much as I can. And I don't really talk about Trump at all anymore. I try not to. If someone brings it up and they want to talk about it, I absolutely will. But, you know, before, when it was election season, because I was working with Turning Point for election season too, I was just like, Trump's going to do this. We're going to do this. Like, you don't want Kamala to do that shit. Absolutely not. We're like, just come over here. Now, I leave that stuff alone. I just talk about the good parts of what being a conservative can do for you and do for your family, do for your future family, and how you can live better versus, you know, liberalism that's literally a disease, making people think that they're all retarded and need anxiety, depression meds. But yeah, man, we're still doing the same shit. We're still hosting events. The events look way different because we don't have Charlie, but we got people stepping up all the time. And we're our event tour just got relaunched actually pretty recently, and the first one's in George Washington University next week with, I don't even know who it's with actually, but
Brandon Tatum.
No, it's not with Brandon Tatum. No, it's not him. Shout out Brandon Tatum. I love that guy. He's my friend.
I'm sure.
But no, I got a big event coming to Iowa soon too. I don't have speakers for that yet, but it's next month, and we just haven't announced speakers. But we're still doing events, and it seems like we're pretty quiet right now.
Are they of the same caliber?
Well, we're not going to do the outdoor one with like the tent and the speaker and questions like that. It's going to be indoor events, and we're focusing on stadiums, like basketball stadiums and shit like that. I have because we were doing it at Iowa State, it was really hard to book a basketball stadium around when we wanted.
Do you know how to save? I'll tell you how to save it. I'll tell you how to bring it back.
How to save the conservative movement?
No, how to save, like, how to bring people back into Turning Point is to have debates like Charlie did with like Dave Smith and
I love Dave Smith.
Josh Hammer. You bring those guys in to have debates against each other. If they have their speech or their movement that they want to try to, you know, get everybody else on board, well, have them debate this guy and see who has better thoughts.
We're doing we're calling it Pick Up the Mic, and it's where we're sending our speakers who are not traditionally debate speakers out to campus to now do debates. We're doing ones that are specifically focused on faith, abortion, Second Amendment, trans shit. But like they're all just all encompassing. Like, you know, when I had Alex Stein come to NDSU, at the time, he was one of the only
I love Alex Stein.
I do too.
Because he's calling out everything.
Oh yeah. No, I love him. He's awesome, man. I could say so many good things about him. But when he came to NDSU, he was doing the shit that only Charlie was doing at the time. Now, but he's a big troll guy. But he knows his shit too. But now we're having speakers who you guys don't even know the names of because they're a little lower level right now, but they're making a name for themselves going around doing tents everywhere like Charlie's doing across college campuses for Turning Point. So like that's how we're keeping that shit alive. is we are.
So Turning Point's like propping these guys up now, or
We're
what?
trying to help them out.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Will Witt. I don't know if you know. You probably haven't heard of him.
Breland Holland.
I don't.
Damn,
No,
the
I'm trying
new
to think.
Charlie.
See.
They said.
I don't know who said that. Who they is? They is probably an old lady watching Fox News at home. We were talking about. Nah, we're not. I don't even know, dude. I don't talk. I never talked to him before. I don't know what's going on with him. He's doing his own thing. He was just on that thing you sent earlier. Him and Harry.
Dude, it's so cringe.
Yeah, he's doing great.
There's not an ounce of testosterone in both of those guys.
Those two.
Yeah,
No, he'll be fine. People would have said that about Charlie years ago, maybe. Who knows? And Charlie grew up to be the
Charlie was like
greatest conservative.
6'5", dude. Like, and he was an athlete.
He could throw a football like 70
was an
yards too, and
athlete.
he could dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think Harry can do that.
There's
stuff.
never
But
going to be another Charlie in our lifetime.
I agree. And, when I talk about these people who are doing debates, like Kristen Hawkins, she does abortion, and Pedro does.
See, that's the thing. It's like some people are good
Really
at
good at
certain
one thing.
subjects.
Yeah.
Charlie was like the guy that could talk
Number
about
one.
everything.
Yeah.
And especially towards the end when he was like starting to question the whole pro-Israel movement and everything about it. It's like now you go back and watch the videos, especially with that one guy that
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
the fucking the guy that's
Talks about 9/11.
yeah. And he fucked up some of the points, but the shit that he was saying, it's like you can kind of see Charlie like, oh shit, start second guessing some stuff.
That's because he was the most common sense guy ever, man. If you had a good debate for him,
Yeah.
he was going to hear you out, and he was
Yeah.
going to be like, okay, wait a minute, let me do some more research. I've literally heard him say, he's like, I got to do more. I got to look into that later. And like, I'll talk about it with another student eventually, but he didn't know enough about it at the time. That's who he was. He would take this feedback live and be like, wow, that's a good argument. And I hope that our speakers are still willing to do that. I'm sure they are. I haven't been to a big event this semester yet because I've been really busy traveling and shit. But I got some coming up that I'll be going to. I don't know if you know who Shane Winnings is. He's kind of stepping up to do events. He's going to be at UND outside debating in like 2 weeks or something like that. I'm going to go there for the day and help out with that. But yeah, people are stepping up all over the place to do these debates. It's not like Charlie, but if we're propping up like 10 speakers across the country and they're traveling, doing their own tours and shit, like, I mean, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's definitely not gonna be the same. And we're definitely right now also in that still like weird transition period. Even now, like 7 months later, 6, 7, 8 months later, roughly. Like it's tough. We're figuring it out.
Is there any internal buzz or dialogue around the common public's point of view on the leadership of Turning Point right now?
What I'll say about that is, what I wish that we would do, and I wish I could do this. I won't even say we as a company. I wish I could do this. Like I open X, I open Instagram, I see reels. My friends send me shit that they think is funny, and I just like don't even watch it anymore. I just don't even watch most of the shit anymore about it because I'm like, yeah, I've seen it all, I've heard it all. There's literally nothing that somebody could say to me or tell me that I have not seen on X or Instagram about.
That's
Turning
fair.
Point.
That's fair.
And so,
Except for Druski when he does the skit.
I mean, yeah, that's new. That's a new update.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean is like that's mainstream
Absolutely, yeah.
point of view
Yeah.
from people who aren't even really political, but they're calling out things that they think are clear as day.
Yeah.
Something doesn't add up or something isn't right. I'm so curious on how that's affecting your guys' internal discussions and processes as a company.
I can say that video, like, I'm trying to compare it to like when Charlie was alive and when Charlie had the
South Park thing.
South Park shit. He loved it. He thought it was so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I loved it. I thought
That's
it was
different.
hilarious.
I feel
I'm
like
trying to
that's
compare it.
different.
I hope that we respond. I hope we respond, and I'm all for poking jokes and poking each other and making light of a not so great situation. It's
Yeah,
just,
but
like,
that's
the
what I
death
think
of
is
her
the things
husband.
they're making light of. It's not just like, oh, ha ha ha. It's like, damn, you see it too. That's kind of freaky. Like with Charlie, they were making fun of his image and his character on South Park. With, let's just say, the Druski incident, for example, they're not just making fun. They're calling her out on what I believe like the non-political consensus is right now, which is like something's not right about her behavior and the way she responds to things, especially the death of her husband.
Yeah, I'll respond to the first thing, and I'll get back to that too.
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, you're good.
But
Like when I see all this shit coming, whether it's from Candace or whoever's posting stuff about us, the thing I wish I could do so badly is just like punch back. Like I wish I could go on X and just post some shit and be like, Candace said this is so obviously wrong.
So you would say you have counters to this stuff that you feel confidently like you could change people's minds or change their understing about situations. Yeah, okay.
Not everything, because
you're more inside than any of us are. So
I mean, not everything. Like, because there's a lot of shit. Like, I mean, although I am one of the managers, I got a lot of people above me, and
sure,
there's shit I don't have responses for and don't know and don't understand, and that's how it probably needs to be, and it's fine. Sure. That's how,
like any company, I'm sure there's a what do they call it, Cody? Chain of command. Yeah.
And but there's things that even Candace has said, and I've watched clips, and I'm like, okay, I can prove that is incorrect. Like, for one, I'll even say what it was. Candace said that Charlie's head security guy got promoted after Charlie died, and that's a definitive lie, because Charlie sent out a mass email memo saying, like, I want to congratulate Dan for getting promoted before Charlie died. Like, I could find that email. And then Candace is going on like, Erica promoted Dan after Charlie was killed. This is not, like, you don't promote someone after this. And I'm like, you're just lying. Like, she's literally lying. She clearly didn't ask anybody. She has all these Turning Point insiders who you think she could just ask them and prove, like, yeah, Candace just lied. And not only that, but like my sister-in-law is a huge Candace fan. And then so I was at a shop last week in Oaks and I was talking to her about it because I love to pick her brain. She's like the most ideal Candace fan ever. Just so much time on her hands to watch YouTube all day. And I was like,
it's an hour episode, okay?
Cody's like, I've seen them all.
Exactly.
56 minutes today, huh? And
see, even he knows.
No, I don't. That's just about an hour.
Okay.
I don't know. And I was like, okay, so she's coming to me with this point about what Candace said and this different thing. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Maybe that's not like the worst thing in the world that she said, but then 30 seconds later in her video, you skip forward, 3 clicks forward, Candace just said, when Charlie used to run under light posts, they used to flicker every time he ran under one. Like, is that not retarded? Like, why are we...
Didn't his wife confirm that, though?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's an interview of her confirming that he had these.
So.
She did.
Yeah.
Okay, but with what I'm going to say, too, is Candace said that Charlie was a astro projector.
Boy genius.
She also said astro projector. That's why I'm using the words. She said that too. And I'm like, okay, if we're going to call out when Candace allegedly gets like a really good point, why are we not going to call out when Candace is saying dumb shit too?
Right.
I don't think that's dumb.
You're like astro projecting? She said that her and Charlie used to astro project together.
No.
She did say that.
I think you're misquoting what she's talking about.
She said they would astro project.
I do believe that, and this is me personally, I do believe that Charlie was a extra special person.
I agree.
What do they call them? Like savants.
Yeah. And that, like, astral projecting is a real thing. Like, there's a CIA fucking project named after that. Like, it is a legit thing.
Remote viewing.
Shit,
yeah.
And that means like you were in your body watching other things happen.
They can have an out of body experience and go to another time and place.
It is legit.
That
thing.
sounds retarded.
It does, but it's scientifically capable.
It is a legit fucking CIA operation. They still do that today. Like, there's been a bunch of fucking podcasts on Joe Rogan of people explaining exactly what it is.
There's detectives, bro. There's psychic detectives that have been working since the 80s, helping detectives find missing people, helping them, solve
like
crimes and shit.
Fucking legit shit.
With being able to do these kinds of things. So remote viewing is very, very much a real thing. And our government has been using remote viewers in their, 3-letter agencies for decades, bro. Like, that's factually true. It's written in the CIA documents. Like, we have this shit on record.
Submarines.
Yeah.
And then they found them in the ocean.
Didn't they use remote viewing to find the
moon landing? That's what you're gonna say next?
No, not the moon landing. That's fake.
That's
what was the not the Gilgamesh thing, but the box, bro, the biblical thing. They used a remote viewer to locate.
Ark of the Covenant?
Yes, the Ark of the Covenant. They used a remote viewer to locate that.
I don't know. I don't know too much about it, but I'm saying when she goes from what could be perceived as a good point to her next sentence, saying Charlie made lights flicker, Charlie would astro project together, and then say some other dumb thing about.
See, I watched every episode. I didn't see anything about her saying that they used to do that together.
I think you're off.
No.
Yeah.
If you can find the clip of that.
Okay, I'll try to find it later.
Okay.
I'll look for it too, and if it exists, I'll throw it in right here.
I gotta re-download X because I deleted it because I hate it, but I'll find it.
You know, remember.
What are you hiding from, bro? Why you gotta leave X?
Remember, you said that she said that they used to astral project together. That's what your claim was.
Yes, she says that they could both astral project
Together.
They basically, I mean, both of them means
they were floating off in space together.
That's essentially how you guys both sound right now.
Okay.
That is how you both sound.
No. I don't think that she said that.
I spoke a lot about his third eye. He spoke about the street lamps that would go off when he would run, about the special school that he had to go to. We spoke about a lot of the things that were strange in our childhood, the testing that both of us had to endure. We spoke about the fact that we could both astral project. You know all of this, of course. You have his phone. And how surprised we were when we learned that not everybody does that naturally.
But what I do know is that I think that there was something with Charlie other than him being a really good debater. I think there was something extra going on.
Well, didn't she also said that Charlie went to like
Some
the
special
school
school.
of X-Men when he was younger type
She
shit.
said,
Special
Charlie, I'm
school.
glad you brought that up. I was just thinking about that. She said that he went to the school for X-Men, and then she said that he was involved.
With the way she said it is people were taking it out of context.
Oh,
She
so
said
now
it.
it's out of context.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
he
Because
legit- he did, though.
she
If you
used
look
it
it
as
up,
a
he did.
reference point. She wasn't saying he really went to the X-Men school. She was like, he went to something that, like the
She
school
called
of
it a
X-Men.
Tesseract school.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
now we're
it
just
is.
like, I mean,
No,
Tesseract is from Loki.
That was
Like, we're
when
just creating-
Erica did go to that. Tesseract
Oh,
school.
okay. Now the dots are being connected. They're
Erica
both like
went to a school.
geniuses.
Erica went to
You know what
weird
Candace
school.
You know what Candace also claimed that, and this was directly implicated one of my employees in Nebraska. Candace claimed that the University of Nebraska Lincoln chapter was somehow involved in Charlie's death. Candace also claimed that Minot, North Dakota had something to do with Charlie's death. Candace also claimed that there was an Israel plane that was going around the entire country from Israel, and that she was like the only one who could somehow figure this out. And now something she's also extremely fixated on was, did Andrew Colbert have Wi-Fi or not on the plane he flew on? Did Andrew Colbert's wife fly with him?
Yes, because he was gone for X amount of hours and no one knew where the fuck he was because he wasn't responding.
Okay, I mean, so the plane didn't have Wi-Fi. Like, why is she so fixated on that point? I saw
Because he was
yesterday.
on Charlie's plane, which had Wi-Fi, or it didn't have Wi-Fi.
So it didn't have Wi-Fi.
But
So he was
the
just
point
gone
is
for-
that he was
gone
supposed
for
to be
fun.
there at this specific time. Didn't respond to them. He's the fucking PR guy. So why are they having this other girl do it
Well, she's like the PR director. I think she worked under him.
under
I don't
Andrew
know.
Colbert?
I don't know. Yeah, she was on the Andrew Colbert team.
Is that why she got fired?
Shit? I don't know. You have to ask someone else. I don't know what happens on the Andrew Colbert
I'm
team.
just saying. There's a lot of
Well, I don't know.
fuckery afoot.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. You brought up the video of that girl who got fired.
For talking in an Uber, and for some reason somebody heard about it, and then she got let go about it.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's back up. Because she said in her video that she did not trust leadership. She did not trust Erica. She did not like the direction the company was going. If you feel that way, shouldn't you quit anyway? Would you say that if you don't like where your boss is taking the company, if you don't like
Who
your
knows
boss,
if she was planning to?
she said that in that
Apparently,
video.
she was working fucking 80-hour weeks, and
Okay,
you know what I mean.
up to, around I think she was referring to Charlie's memorial, and then into Amfest maybe. But everybody was fucking doing that. Every manager in the country. I flew to Arizona 9 days before Charlie's memorial, and I think I the first day I got there, I landed at 3 p.m. I went straight to
but I think
headquarters. I didn't leave till like 2 a.m.
Okay, but
All of us did
I
that.
think the reason why she got mad was because she's working all this, and then you got Erica saying that it was the biggest fucking merch sale that they had. They made fucking millions of dollars, and then they just axe her for something, and then don't give her a bonus from doing all the extra work.
Well, I don't know if a bonus was contingent on her, her contract anyway. I don't know what that looked like. Maybe she didn't deserve a bonus. Maybe she didn't even bonus. Okay.
No, she didn't deserve a bonus.
Maybe I
Turning
don't know.
point of you made fucking millions and millions
We
of
didn't make
dollars.
millions of dollars off of her. When
No,
they
but
say
she
t-shirt sales-
contributed 80-hour weeks or whatever
Oh my
it was.
gosh, so did I. I'm not asking for a bonus for it.
You're not?
You should
No,
get a
because I
bonus.
get one. I have one at the end of the.
Oh, so you got one.
No, I did not get one after Charlie died. Nobody
Okay.
got it. Nobody got a bonus.
Didn't you buy a Turning Point USA shirt right after he died?
He
Yeah,
did.
bitch.
Did Erica make you
It
buy
wasn't from Turning Point.
Oh, no.
No, I didn't buy it
Bootleg.
from the Turning Point website.
Was it from David Harris?
No, it was just some random fucking Instagram
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
website.
It was China Direct.
give it back.
It was Chinese.
I want it back. You're
You
not
can have it
supporting
back.
anymore.
I don't want to support Turning Point anymore.
Saying that Charlie built Turning Point, so anybody, let's like that chapter in Arkansas.
Turning Point
they
died.
are leaving.
Turning
No,
Point died
Turning
with
Point-
Turning
Turning Point's bigger than ever.
No.
Do you think it's less racist that he did.
Turning Point.
No, that Druski did a white woman instead of a white man this time. Like, was it more racist when he did the NASCAR one, or is this more racist?
Oh, the NASCAR one was crazy. I just actually watched that today because I was like, I know I don't hate this guy, right? Like,
This one's worse though.
I
What are
don't
you
think
talking
any
about,
of it's
dude? It's
racist,
funny
bro. I
as
love
fuck.
that comedy is
I
back
don't
to the
know,
edge,
man.
bro.
It is the
I love
funniest.
comedy too.
It is the
I'm all for
funniest
jokes.
shit.
This wasn't funny.
I'm all for jokes.
It was funny as fuck.
That shit
I
was
laughed.
funny.
Did you see
my ass
Drewski's
off.
post? He said it was a picture of all like
The
white mega
conservative
dudes. He was
yes.
like, in the all white dudes and the thing.
That
He was
Druski ain't funny no more.
Yep. Yep.
That's funny.
me. That's me.
It's just like the same with the
Shit's kind of racist, dude.
the
I feel
short-
bad for the white people.
the short spiked hair. Yeah, that's
I don't
because
think-
I don't get offended like that.
No, it doesn't. It
Like black people get offended when they do shit like that.
I thought it was
we
a
don't
little
get offended.
racist.
We don't get offended at all.
You said
Yeah,
black people-
okay.
At all. You said you wouldn't like this. You said black people don't
When
get
people
offended.
do blackface, that is like the fucking number one thing you cannot do.
Tropic
right?
Thunder's a great movie.
Right?
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah,
I-
but
fucking-
if it's
Robert Downey
good,
Jr. got a lot of shit from it.
but if it's
he even
good,
said he can't even make that today.
Who
you,
said that?
you
Robert?
can. I agree.
Yeah, you
They can't make it today.
I think it's funny.
It's
thought it was
hilarious.
Exactly. It's funny as fuck. You-
And that comment that
Put
we
Dave
talked about
Chappelle
earlier,
back in charge of comedy, bro. Like that's
Dude,
what I
I don't
say.
someone took it over.
Oh,
No, but I was saying like, we said this earlier. I don't know if the pod even started when we said it, but I saw a clip that said Erica responded, and it was like, wait till my makeup artist is in tomorrow.
Yeah.
That shit would make me laugh so much if we were like, I wish we would be like, all right, Juice.
she can't, dude.
I know we would get canceled. It's like that's a
She's
cancel thing
just-
for a white person.
But I don't know if she actually said that.
I don't think
or
she did.
not.
Oh, she did. I think it was fake. It was fake.
I don't think
It
she
was
did.
Fake,
but if I was like, I obviously get zero, control of that. But I'd be like, F it, let's respond with a joke to him. Like, joke, it's a joke. Like, let's just let
Right.
it roll off and respond how we do. That's what I was gonna say too. With all this Candace shit, I wish we could respond.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, people who know way more.
Bro,
than
I think
do
it
in the
would
company-
be to the benefit of TPUSA if they would just respond to shit, whether legitimately like serious responses or if they just kind of jabbed at these things, bro, because the silence speaks volumes, bro.
I don't
the
know.
avoidance speaks volumes in the eyes of America, I think, man.
I'll just say, like, for my boss, I really, really trust him, and he.
like the guy above you.
Yeah, my boss, my
Okay.
boss. I really trust him. He's a great guy, and he's leading us in
And
the
I'm
right
sure
direction.
across the board, they all are.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime that you get into a big company, the people at the top don't give a fuck about the people.
Well,
at the
and
bottom.
I think I've said this to you guys before, but like I've only had one interaction with Erica ever, and she was very, very nice to me. So I do genuinely have nothing bad to say. I see all the comments and I see all
yeah,
the
and I'm
videos
sure
and
fucking
shit.
Jeffrey Dahmer is nice too. But look what that guy did. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's two very different people.
I'm just saying. It's comparable.
Nobody probably thought Jeffrey Dahmer was nice. You seen the documentary? I thought he was crazy. And
No. He said
You just
that
could've
there's a
watched a
very
couple-
nice
Okay, how
guy.
about this? Tons of people say Donald Trump is nice.
he might be a nice guy. He's just being
Yeah.
controlled. That's what I'll say about that.
So
He
what
might
if
be a
Erica's
nice
being
guy.
controlled?
Erica's in charge, man.
She's more powerful than Trump.
She doesn't take any
To
orders
me,
from the
yes.
donors.
To me,
She doesn't take any orders from the donors.
I don't know what
Like Ben
conversations are
Shapiro?
with donors. Ben Shapiro does not donate to Turning Point USA. I don't think. I think he probably-
Bullshit, dude.
He has
That
his
guy-
own organization.
That guy gave so much money to Turning Point to
I
be
was
a
going
fucking
to
speaker.
say, oh, wow, neither of us can prove that. Can you prove? Okay, show me the proof, and I'll be like, damn, fuck, you're right.
Why don't you ask your boss for the receipt?
You want me to email
Yeah.
the CEO of a company
Just
with
say, hey,
1,000
how much
people?
did Ben Little Weasel Shapiro pay Turning Point to be the first speaker at AmFest, even though Charlie didn't like him?
When you say he donates, I mean, we have speakers who actually I don't even know this for sure, but I'm sure a lot of speakers probably pay to be at our conferences. And
I
stuff
know
like
that guy did,
I don't know
for
I don't
sure.
know that.
For sure.
I'm glad you know for sure, and once you can prove that to me, let's talk about it again because I need some proof here.
Hey, I'm not the one that works for Turning Point. Why don't you ask your boss if
Because
you can get a receipt?
why don't you ask your boss why he just gave $200 billion to Iran?
Ooh.
Who? Governor Armstrong?
Oh yeah, well, there's a lot.
'Cause
Of
that is my
Governor
boss.
Armstrong. And my boss is
Who's
named
his
Chris.
boss though?
Who?
Who's his boss?
Who's Governor Armstrong's boss?
Yeah.
No, but who's Dalton's boss?
My boss's name is Chris.
There you go.
Let's text Chris.
Chain of command.
Yeah.
Let's ask Chris.
Chris doesn't have the receipts from Ben Shapiro to anybody.
Well,
you're asking for unreasonable
maybe
things.
he can
When
get 'em.
your boss, if Kelly Armstrong, who is your boss,
Yes.
he could get that.
Get what?
He could figure out why we're giving $200 billion away, and he could come back and like, hey, Cody, I know you've been working really, really hard in North Dakota.
I think we just need to get this guy on the pod at this point.
Kelly?
Armstrong.
I don't like him.
I think we need to get him on the pod.
Ooh.
Kelly Armstrong.
You know who you should get on the pod who I've been thinking about?
There's no fucking way Kelly
He comes in here.
Yeah, you don't like you.
No, he doesn't like you.
He does
Kelly's
like
a-
me. He
Kelly's
spoke
a
at an
dude.
event for me at UND last year.
Kelly is just, he's a guy. He's a dude.
Oh, yeah. A dude who loves inappropriate books and libraries for children. But whatever. He did that last year. Whatever.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, for kids?
Freedom of speech.
For children?
Yeah.
To read books about sex?
Yeah.
All right. All right. You have switched. You've done the full 180. Trump hasn't. You have. You've left us.
That's you're gonna die on the books hill. Like
It's pretty fucked, man.
you're gonna throw the baby out with the
It's pretty
bathwater
fucked.
with the books.
It's pretty fucked. And we're
How many fucking books do you think these kids are going in there looking at?
How many? Isn't one enough? Like if one isn't one book.
These
enough,
kids
they'll
are
take
not
them.
going in libraries anymore, bro.
It's all on their phones, dog.
That's.
Yeah, you
That's
open up
better.
your phone, you could see anything. Tits, ass, murder.
But they should not even be looking for
And
that.
you're
They
gonna
shouldn't know
die
about
on
it.
the
Cody's
fucking-
phone's literally sitting on the table. What do you think?
You're gonna die on the fucking hill with the libraries?
His is locked. He doesn't have that stuff.
No, no, no,
Pop that
but-
thing open, it's right there.
No, but I'm saying, okay, why should it be available for children to go at eye level and grab this book and it's two dudes kissing and having sex in it? Is that not a problem?
I don't think it is
libraries?
a problem.
You don't
What?
think that's a problem?
No, it's not a problem.
Oh my gosh, you have really changed.
Do you know
on
why
this
it's not a
issue.
problem?
Why? Please,
Because
enlighten
these
me.
kids are not going into fucking libraries and grabbing just some random
Okay,
book.
just because you're
showing two
illiterate
dudes
doesn't mean
sucking
the
dick.
children.
How many times have you heard of kids fucking finding it in North Dakota?
At least once.
One time.
In Foreman, North Dakota, a town
One-
of less than
Okay, but
500
one time-
people.
one
Think about it in
time-
Bismarck, Fargo,
one
Dickinson,
time-
Willis, and all these places. where
I
there's
didn't
tons
hear
of
about
kids.
it.
I never read
You
a
don't
book
keep
about two guys kissing or anything.
I haven't
like
personally either. That's I wouldn't.
I'm just
that.
saying.
Never even heard of that.
I
thing.
think that
did happen.
I think that is not a problem. Like it, we're not hearing about it.
Wow.
We're not hearing about it.
So it must not be a real thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm shocked to hear that from Cody. Not in a bad way. I'm just shocked that your opinion used to be so much different. But
It was.
That because
maybe things have
explicit
progressed so
images to
bad that
children?
now you're
Yes.
just
Yeah,
now
picking
he's
and
a-
choosing.
because
Yeah.
it's like I said, these kids are not going up to fucking
You're a chameleon.
libraries,
You're a chameleon. I know a lot of
grabbing
people like
books
you.
and saying, "Hey, this looks interesting."
What about the one
Oh,
that does?
How-
though?
what do you mean?
I didn't
When I
know
was in
you could
elementary
do
school,
that
I
to
literally-
penis.
Oh my gosh! You act.
Because we
You walk
actually
up to the book, grab it off the shelf. You look.
Dalton,
like, okay,
listen
I'll
to
read
me.
this or not.
Times have changed. Kids are not reading books anymore.
Kids
They're opening
are
their
reading
phones.
books. Kids are reading books.
They have everything.
Do you know that
All
schools still
those-
require people to read books?
Listen, all that shit that you're talking about, you can literally go like this and say, boom, it's right there.
Yes, but guess what?
Okay.
At my house, my children will have to go through these locks that I have to get to that. At a school where they walk in, it's right there, they grab it.
It's
and
not
there's
right
no
there.
one. It is right there
No.
because Kelly wanted it to be.
No.
Otherwise, he would have voted against it.
So the one book that might be there, you have to know exactly which book it is. Okay.
There's more than one in every library.
Oh my God. How many books are we talking then? Do you even know?
I don't know, but isn't one enough?
Okay.
Isn't one enough?
I haven't heard of anybody grabbing books that have that.
Then why did it have to go to a vote at the Capitol if it wasn't happening?
Because it was a nationwide fucking deal.
No, because it happened.
Everybody in the
someone from-
nation was talking about
They had
it.
to bring parents from Foreman to the Capitol to talk about it because it happened in Foreman.
The one time it did.
It's happened more than once. They had people from the state library there to defend their position. All these liberals who love books so much came and said it's okay for kids to learn about dicks and penises and gay people.
It's because of the whole ban books issue. That's what it came
Do
down
you think
to.
we should ban 0 books ever?
I think that's a topic for debate.
I think
Oh
I'd
my
still
God, so we're
rather
talking
not
about
have
right
my
now.
kids see anybody sucking boys' wieners.
Then
That was literally
we-
depicted in the book too.
Then we
Two
have to
dudes
talk
sucking each
about
other.
banning all kinds of books.
Oh my gosh! See, that was the liberal argument they brought to
Ban
the Capitol.
books.
That was the liberal argument they brought there was if we start with this, now we're gonna have to ban the Bible. They literally brought that. I swear I've talked to you about this before too, and you were not this retarded.
We brought
then.
this up
Yes.
on the podcast
They
already.
literally- I gotta find the clip from last time because you were not like this last time because they literally said that
My
the
views
person-
have changed.
That's
My
his
views have
boss, dude, and
changed.
he trusts
That's right.
him.
That's right. That's right.
My views
You're riding
have-
for your boss.
my views have changed.
I get it. You're riding for your boss. I get it.
But like I said, I don't think it's an
get
issue
it.
because nobody's reading fucking books.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know what you're talking about.
I do. I honestly do. I do.
I know people who are still in high school, and I'm sure you do too. And there's
Dude,
libraries
yes.
there.
I'm in high schools every fucking day.
So then you should know
Every
there's
time
books.
I walk by,
You know there are
nobody's in the
books.
library. Nobody's in their library.
You got to
They're
get
not
them in there, dude.
They're not reading fucking gay books, dude.
If they weren't, then this wouldn't have
They're
happened.
not reading gay books.
If they were not, this would have never happened. And you are an advocate. For
Do they
gay
have their
books.
cell
Wait,
phones
but
out?
they are in there, though, right? Like the gay books are in there.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's reading them.
You should go find it.
Well, then they brought it to the Capitol for no reason.
Exactly.
Oh,
Which is why it's not
parents-
an issue.
Yep. Okay.
It's not.
Yep.
I'm telling you,
I miss
it's
the
not.
old Cody.
No, I'm just more based now.
No, you're a chameleon. That's what you are. That's what you are.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I just don't know. I don't know where my stance is on it. If I agree with that, I don't agree with it actually.
It was pretty easy.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, I know, bro. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't
Just
agree
not
with
right.
having those books in schools or not whatnot. So, but I do think that I agree with the idea that nobody's fucking reading the books. But I think it's principle. It's principle. It's the accessibility because yes, people can do anything they want on phones, but the right parents have parental controls on the phones for certain aspects like that. Where if it's open in a public library, it's not even about whether kids are reading books either. Yeah, I'm totally against you here, Cody. Hold on. It's not
Hey,
about
hold on.
no. Hold on. Let me finish. It's not about whether they're reading books or not. It's about now that it's out there and they're aware of it, they're going to go looking for the books, and that's all it takes.
Okay, but it's been there, and I'm telling you, they're not. They're not going to look for these books. Nobody is.
So you, if we went to a library where they had it, we wouldn't be able to see how many times it was checked out.
I'm sure you could, but I'm telling you, in the schools where the libraries are, these kids are not going to look for these books.
I would challenge that.
You must
Okay.
have some crazy stats with people checking out books that we don't know.
I'm telling
got
you,
a lot
I'm in
of
the
really-
schools every day, and I've never once
And how
heard
often are you talking to the
of-
librarians about who's checked out the books with
I talk to
explicit
the
materials?
teachers every day there.
The average teacher does not know what books are being checked out.
I'm
in the
sure
library.
they do. I'm sure they do. I'm sure it'll be the buzz around the school. Be like, hey, so-and-so is looking at this books with dicks.
No, because the teachers are also extremely liberal and they love that
No,
shit.
no.
Oh, they're not? Oh my gosh. Now
So do
you've
you guys,
lost
do
it.
you
You've
think
lost
that
it.
we should ban the Bible too?
Oh my god.
No,
Oh.
We
Is
should.
the Bible in
Oh,
schools?
heavens.
We shouldn't ban the Bible,
Oh,
we should not
heavens.
ban the Bible.
but we should ban these books.
I don't
What
know
is
if I
your
would
argument?
go.
The Bible
the
is not
Quran,
in the library?
Or
I don't
you
know.
know,
I don't think it is.
No, I don't.
Mein
I don't,
Kampf.
think, I don't think we should ban the books. I just don't think the book should be that particular book should be accessible to kids in school.
so just like
Put it in a public
pornographic books.
library. Put it in a public library. Then it's nobody's concern. I guess would be my opinion on it. I don't think it should be banned per se. I just don't think it's necessary to have that in a kid's school.
I
Shouldn't
agree.
be in a kid's school.
So you
Now
think
you're for banning the Bible.
what?
Now you're for banning the
No,
Bible.
I brought the question up. I broached the question.
I don't think you should ban the Quran. I don't think you should ban any of those. I think the education
I don't
should
think.
be
I don't.
there.
I think
I'm a
that-
huge advocate for researching all sides though to
I
find your
believe that
position
there should
too
be a
though. So.
separation of church and state.
What's that
Oh,
even
whoa.
mean? Bro, you
A separation of
you have-
church and state.
Yes, tell me what that means.
That means
I
that
know what it means. You
that
tell
means
me.
that we separate religion
Mhm.
from our education. It should be two separate different things.
We already do that.
Okay, but if the Bible's in the library, then you're not separating.
I've never.
church and
I
state.
mean, I was in high school for a lot of years. I never saw a Bible
I
once.
never saw a Bible
And
in
no one,
school.
not one time did they ever push it on us ever. I
But
don't even.
it's
I don't
still
even
there, right?
I have no idea. I
That's
never
what I'm
saw it.
saying.
The
I
Bible's
think you
not in
guys.
the
I think you
school.
guys are both
Yeah, it is.
defeating
Not at our school. I don't recall ever seeing a
countering
Bible.
the wrong way. You guys are giving argument
now
for each other's side. You know what I mean? Because the way he's making you talk now,
I know you. Mean.
you could flip the coin and be like, okay, so then just let it be that way too. Nobody's pushing it on the kids. You know what I mean?
Because the people in the school hate the Bible. The average teacher and the librarians, those liberals, they hate the Bible anyway. So they're not
I don't
gonna
think
push it
that's
on
true.
Well, I don't know about that.
I don't think that's
I
true.
I know a lot of teachers.
I think the average librarian is probably your most liberal person you're going to find.
You know what?
I could see that.
I'm going to
potential.
go to one of these high schools and I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to look for this specific.
Do
books.
that.
You will find.
Will you film yourself doing it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I will
please.
take a picture.
No,
of it.
seriously, do it.
I will take a picture of it.
You're going to find it.
I'm gonna tell my one of my sons to go do the same thing.
Yeah,
See if
ask
he
for
can
the-
find it.
Look for the the explicit books. They're there.
I'd be
They're there,
curious.
especially more in Minnesota.
Does your other one? Does he go to South?
Yeah, one goes to South,
Okay,
one goes
perfect.
to
We
Morehead.
can both-
I'll have them both
ends.
check.
At both ends of the spectrum.
They'll do it. They'll go look.
They're there.
They won't go look at it, but they'll look for it.
My dad told me to check this book out. You guys should see it.
I
Look.
wanted to read this
They're
book.
gonna get in trouble by the teachers and shit for
So
spreading
back to
it.
the original. You're against Kelly Armstrong just because of
I
this
can
one
see
issue?
that.
Not. I mean, I'm not against him. I think he made a really bad decision. I don't think I generally don't think I like him that much. I don't know if he's, I think the whole GOP in North Dakota is not really great. I mean, Fedorchak just passed up her opportunity to come back and meet with all the people who got her elected to go with her to like DC.
Hovind,
There.
Kramer,
Oh, I don't mind Hovind.
they're both extremely Israel first cucks.
I've met him once. I don't mind him.
They vote that way 100% of the time.
I met Burgum too, who I had a dim opinion on before I met him, but he was cool when I met him. He was nice.
I don't think he's very cool.
I used dope when I met him. I saw him at the Cardinals Stadium during Charlie's Memorial, and I like yelled his name out. I think he was surprised anybody knew who he was there, like because he was on the lower floor, so it's full of like Elon Musk, Dana White's walking around some spots. So I'm sure he wasn't expecting someone to be like, "Dog, over here." And I was like, I saw him like, no fucking way. I gotta go say hi, and then it was cool. It was really nice. But I mean, I know a lot of people who don't like him, especially like Republicans in North Dakota who don't like him. But I think probably when you get $1 billion, you probably don't care that much about North Dakota citizens anymore. So maybe you shouldn't be the governor if you have $1 billion in North Dakota. Not that there's a cap for that, but I don't think he is probably for the people,
Why do you
especially
think
at the
that
end,
North Dakotans don't like him?
because he's a billionaire and doesn't represent the people here, and he moved on to DC really quick. He also sold land in North Dakota to China.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing in itself. That's good enough reason to not like him at all.
Yeah, that was a pretty big fuck up.
Yeah, so that's bad. That's a good reason for people not to like him. I mean, that alone would almost, if Kelly did that, then yes, I would sign off the box that I do not like Kelly Armstrong if he did that.
Yeah.
But
Can we
now that-
talk about how Druski wouldn't make a very good looking woman that's white?
Well, he's
was
got a
ugly
face
as
like
He's
a
so
bulldog.
ugly. He looked like an
Face like a
ogre.
bulldog.
Yeah, bro, he had like, well, he's pretty fat naturally.
Jowls.
Yeah, his face is like dripping down.
The makeup made it
Like a
so.
bulldog.
Yeah, it made it look like he was wearing a mask. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was like.
I think it was
prosthetics.
makeup though to shape his
prosthetics?
face a bit.
I don't know.
It
I
had
think
to
so
have
too.
been.
I
But
thought
he's
they
really
just
fat,
caked
so-
him up
Because he
with
has a
makeup.
beard normally, so they had to cover the beard.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why he's so chunky in the face.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
big.
it looked rough, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Hey man, I'm gonna give it to him though. That dude is funny as hell with the stuff he's doing. He's walking the line so hard right now, and that's just what we
Crossed it.
need, bro. We just need that right now.
I think it was so funny. I don't see an issue at all.
I think it's a little messed up for the whites.
Which one, the redneck one or the?
Both of them. I thought the redneck one was really racist. Honestly,
It was so funny.
If-
That one
if
I
a
thought
white
was
person-
funny. I
when
thought
he
it was
drove
really
by
funny.
that black guy, he was like, "Get out of here, boy!"
if a white
shit was
person
funny.
did that, it would be so racist. Like to a black person, like if they stereotype being in the hood and dressing up. I mean, they do that. That happens in real
Yeah.
life. But it's,
Bro, look at we were talking about this not too long ago on about all the Instagram pages where people are just like not caring at all about their racism and just posting videos of black people acting out in public and being like, of course they're chimping out. Look at them chimping out. dude.
Chimping
Like,
out, yeah,
and
that
it's
lady.
just become such a common thing to see, and I'm like shocked by that. I'm like, I hope these people are AI or they just never leave their fucking house because.
You think racism is spiking?
Oh, I don't think it's spiking. I had a conversation with someone at the gym about this the other day. It boils down to our division, right? Like the job they've done with dividing us has come to fruition, and now people. No, listen, and now people
an extra racist.
people have. Well, yeah, but this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. Like people, it's not. I don't think they're racist, bro. I think like the whole
Fatigued?
like fatigue thing is so real that people are just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And they're taking the wrong path to express their frustration.
You know, like Facebook on WDOY posts.
Yes,
there's a
bro.
crime. All these
Yes.
white people who are their faces. You can see
Bro,
their jobs
people
and their
have
profile.
people just don't give a fuck. I think that I don't think fatigue is real. I think it's just gave people a path to title it something. They put it out there and said they call it black fatigue, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's all it is. It's like, no, it's racism. But I think people are expressing racism who aren't actually racist though. I think that's what it boils down to. You know what I mean? Like, and I get people's frustration. I get on both sides of the line. I see the understanding, and I just think this is why we have to fucking do better, bro. We got to get back to like, man, we're on the same fucking teams.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Who's
And-
got to do better though?
All sides.
Okay, well,
Oh,
who's more
fuck yeah.
likely to do better?
What do you mean?
Who's more likely to shape up and get their attitude together?
Well, I think
Who do you
one
think?
side's already. I think one side's already in there. But no,
Mixed
I think
people?
you're wrong, bro.
Mixed people.
No,
I
no,
think mixed people
oh,
win.
God, no.
The best of both worlds.
Nah, bro. Nah, I stand with the whites.
Yeah.
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 No, I don't know, bro. Honestly, I don't know if we can say who's more likely because I think one side.
You see who's like fighting in malls versus who's like walking with.
Hey, those
bags
fights
and-
are justified, though.
No,
You
it's
can't
not.
let somebody see you like a punk, you know?
Can't
You
be a
have to
bitch.
fight.
You gotta be hard, homie.
Okay,
You do.
but that's their mindset. And my mindset as a person who I'm not even white, but I act like I am, I guess. And
Well, you were raised
I was raised white.
that way.
So
Like, see, now me coming from the hood, I get it to an extent, but I also get overcoming that because I've done that too.
Well, you're kind of an anomaly, though, because
In a sense, but does that make everyone from the hood dumb?
yeah, it's not fair. You can't say that, unfortunately. That he's
I
an
just
anomaly,
think
you
the
know?
circumstances
I'm
in my
just
life
saying-
have
I'm
played
saying,
out for
like,
me to be
I'm
able to
saying
identify.
what John was able to do in his life, a lot of people might struggle to do.
Yeah, but it's because he put his thoughts and his ideas and shaped himself.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Based
I
on
tried,
certain
bro.
people.
Like, let's not forget, I had a record deal as a rapper, homie. Like, I tried to walk the fucking wrong path as hard as I fucking could. I wanted that life. Things just didn't work out. The difference for me, though, I think that most people don't get from the hood is because I'm no different than them. I'm not trying to say I'm smarter than none of these people, bro, or that they're stupid. It's just perspective. I was able to get perspective because I had certain circumstances play out in my life that brought me to a point of perspective where I was able to have epiphanies and be like, whoa, something ain't right. You know, and I talk about it all the time. Like, coming to North Dakota for the first time was one of my biggest, like, eye-opening experiences ever. It didn't immediately change me, but it planted the seed in my head, in my mind, that did eventually change me because I never understood another world existed outside of the world that I understood and lived. And I seen the history in my elders and, you know, their elders. It was a forever ago thing that we were like this and always have been. And so until I got the perspective, which I was just fortunate enough to be able to have circumstances in my life that took me out of that pocket and put me over here. And then I was like, damn, this place is fucking different from where I grew up. And we're talking like back in 1999 was the first time I came here, bro. So like it was even way less than what it is today. Like today, I'm like, where did all these fucking people come from? Back when I first came here, I was like, bro, I remember calling back home and being like, there's no minorities out here. There's no black people. There's no everyone that I thought was Mexican turned out to be native. You know what I mean? I'm like, they're from here type shit. So to me, it was like there was no crime, bro. There was no hoods. There was no gangs. There was just a bunch of weirdos and wannabes. But like they were far and few between. Now we're just as cultured as any other city in America. And so I think my perspective and the fortune that I've had to have these experiences over the course of my life gave me the opportunity to have those perspectives where most people don't get those. So I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying I want to be a voice to be like, look, if you just fucking chill the fuck out though and allow yourself to get a perspective and stop thinking everything has to be so hardcore and so gangster, you might see more people get an opportunity to find the ability to change their life.
Yeah, you said though that you got here in 1999 and then you were shocked by the lack of minorities and
It was culture
the
shock.
lay of the land.
Yeah.
And how, you know,
I didn't think another world existed is all I'm trying to say with that
You
point.
also said fast forward several years, we are as multicultural as any other city in the country.
Yeah.
Has Fargo gotten better or worse in that time span?
Oh, worse.
Do you think there's a correlation to the latter that you said we've gotten more?
Well, I don't know because
multicultural?
there's just as many wannabe ass white people out here that think they're hood as there is minority groups.
Yeah, I think we have a lot more poor people, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
And that's I think that the hard part. I think, you know, with these young people.
Which ones? Is a blanket statement?
You're
for all
supposed to
of them?
say YNs.
Yeah, whatever.
YNs.
The lack of the father.
What do you
in
mean
the
you
home,
people?
Right?
That's the
The lack
biggest
of the
thing.
father in the home. Obviously, that comes back to it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure.
And we know that's a real statistic.
I'm not
yeah.
sure. The problem is like with our economy not doing great. I don't know if we're ever gonna get, you know, shifted towards us seeing that.
And I think
More
that
fathers
here's
involved.
what I'll say about that. And we can end on this because it's getting past the time. But I think that what we have to realize on both sides of the line is that part is intentional.
Oh,
that,
for sure.
that we,
For sure.
as minority groups, as people who come from poverty and come from the hood, that keeping us there is intentional now. 100%. The reason why you can go online and see, culture being aired out as bad and criminal and mischief is because they allow it and they want it. We've seen clear as day their ability to suppress information, suppress, sight of certain aspects of society, but they won't touch that stuff. They're like, nah, put that shit out there. In fact, they fund it. You know what I mean? So that part is intentional, and that's what we need to wake up and see. When I say people have to strive for their own greatness so that we can overcome this as a whole, individually it's got to be done. I'm screaming at those people who are like me, who haven't had the opportunity to have their epiphany, is wake up and see what's happening. This is intentional. You're not stuck there, right? And I like to believe to some degree, and I don't have greatness in me, bro, but I'm always striving for it. And to this day, I still am. We have the ability to do it if we just wake the fuck up and realize who the real enemy is, bro. It's not us fighting amongst each other. It's not your disdain for what's going on in culture and their disdain for you and the luckiness that you had to grow up differently than them, even though you're of the same breed or color scheme as them. It's the fact that we haven't all had our epiphanies yet, bro. Whatever you want to call it, bro.
He's a uniform.
Yeah, your uniform, bro. Your code, whatever you want to call it, bro. But you know what I mean? It's like that's the common ground that we need to find. And I feel like I was just fortunate enough to experience enough of those things, and then traveling the world opened my eyes more, because as soon as I found this place, then I found my opportunity to travel the world. And then traveling the world even gave me way more perspective, right? And I realized, like, bro, blacks in different countries aren't the same as blacks in this country.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
It's a completely different, perspective. So that's kind of the stuff that changed me and gave me like the epiphanies I needed to say, okay, I could do more than I'm doing, and I could be more than I am. I don't have to be a product of my society necessarily from where I came from. I could be a product of any society that I'm willing to fit into and adjust to according to the way things should be done. And so I used to see the white man as the white man, you know what I mean? As the man and the people holding us down. I used to see rich people as snobby, they don't give a fuck, and billionaires are the bad guys. But I don't see that kind of stuff anymore, because I have new perspective, and I've rubbed elbows with different types of people, and I've been in different rooms than I ever would have had chances to be in. And I can tell you, from reaching a high level of potential mischief and being in the rap game and meeting a lot of big name celebrities, being signed to a label like Cypress Hill, bro, it's not what it's all cracked up to be, and I understand why there is that division now. And so I want people to have that perspective. But
You know who pisses me off the most?
Who pisses you off?
Yeah,
who?
The rich white snobby people.
I would disagree.
That pisses me off so bad.
I feel like
I
people
hate
just
those
don't
people.
understand why it becomes that way. You know what I mean?
But the reason why they act like that is fucking
Yeah,
retarded.
I know, because you don't have the perspective yet. You cannot get the perspective until you've had to climb the ladder to a certain point, right? And it becomes one of those things. Like, I talk about this all the time. All the people that have burned me and fucked me over because they saw an opportunity to take from me because I was giving, right? All those people have turned me to the point where I'm like, I fucking get it now. I get why there's burnout, bro. We can almost call it fatigue, right? I see why people get to that point, because I used to see it that way. I used to look at rich people and be like, oh, snobby rich people, this and that. They're just sick of people's shit, bro. And you will never know until you try to achieve and accomplish something bigger. And me, I've always chased that dream, bro. Coming from poverty, being fucking poor as fuck, I always wanted to be rich
be a
and
snob
famous.
if you made
No,
it that
it's
way?
not. It's just your perspective of someone, because they're tired of it. So now when people say no, and they just mean no, it's not no, I hate you. It's just no, motherfucker, like, period.
Yeah, and then I
you
would
get
say-
offended by that because you don't understand the
They don't-
concept of why
you don't
and how
think-
many times they've been burned.
That's not how
And I'm not
life
speaking
works,
for
though.
all people, bro. I'm just saying it's the consensus that people
I see
get.
what you're saying, but I feel like
Yeah.
just in my own experience, and I just had a bad experience, but
Those exist, though. That's what I mean. Those
literally
exist. But it's the whole, like, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater concept, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just
but I
more
know that
neutral
they
in the
exist.
sense of, like, I know there's bad cops. I don't think all cops are racist, bro.
No. And
That type of
I'm
shit.
not
Yeah,
saying,
but whenever I get stopped by a cop, I get pretty nervous.
Sure, but that's your problem.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when I see a rich white person, I'm like,
Nervous?
yeah, no, but I don't attribute all rich white people to being snobs. It's the ones that I interact with that come off that way that piss me off to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
You're just a hothead too. That doesn't count. That's
You don't like anyone that's not you, bro.
No,
I don't agree with you either.
I don't care. I'm just saying when I run into those people, it makes me so mad.
People think that you're one of those
Exactly. I was gonna say.
I'm gonna
I was
be
thinking
real.
that too. You,
I'm
you were in
definitely-
that
You've
rich
seen,
white-
bro. I've seen you get in
yeah,
arguments with
okay.
people on Facebook, and they're like, "This is why nobody likes you," because you like people have that perspective of you.
I think
You-
so.
A rich white guy?
Yeah,
you and
just
your
flew
wife,
across the
you
country,
and your
3
wife
people,
look
you just
very
got a
well
brand
to
new
do.
house.
No.
You guys look very well to do on the outward perspective, bro. That people who don't know you, I have to tell people all the time, you just don't know Cody.
I got
I don't
something.
give
You
a
lucky.
fuck.
I
you
know,
lucky
that's
you
what I'm
don't
saying,
know
that's what
Cody.
I'm
You're a rich
saying.
white guy, dude.
You are.
You're a
white
rich
guy.
white guy though, bro,
don't
in
think
other
so.
people's eyes,
No.
bro.
Well, I tell
But
people
especially when they meet your wife, they're like,
Well,
"Oh yeah,
If they
Cody's
think
well
that
to
I'm
do,
rich,
bro."
they need to come out with me to the East Coast, into the DC, Maryland area. Then they can get to meet the real motherfuckers.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's everyone's individual perspective, bro. You know, a rich. They don't understand your level of doing good, and so their opinion is Cody's rich,
Not everybody gets Malcolm.
bro. People think I'm fucking rich because I own businesses.
I still think so.
I'm far from it. These guys all have nicer houses than me, bro.
Dude, fuck, my house is the same.
You have
Dalton's
a way
getting
nicer
Israeli
house than me, bro.
Dalton's getting you see his house?
Yeah,
Dalton is rich.
Dalton's
Those
rich as
checks-
fuck, bro.
Dalton's rich. Checks are
TP USA
dropping.
is fucking putting it on
Yeah.
Dalton, bro. He got that Israel money.
Yeah. 7K just got deposited.
Yeah. Dalton's rolling. I saw his house. He had like 30 people in his living room,
He said,
bro.
"I'm going on the pod. I'll make sure I say something good."
Yeah. He flew his private
I'll
jet
tell you
here,
about
bro.
Candace,
Like,
don't worry.
Hey, you know what? Don't.
let's talk money, Dalton.
I love talking money. I work in USD though, not whatever you guys were talking about.
Shekels.
Shekels.
Yes, I don't get paid in shekels.
Hey, man, it all transfers.
Yeah, you're right. It all you can
Yeah.
gamble. It gambles all the same.
Yeah. Hey, man, look, I appreciate these conversations. These are the funnest ones for me, especially when we get all to disagreeing on shit and it gets a little hype. I think that's what this is about, man. We're all boys at the end of the day. None of us are going to leave here and be like, man, fuck that guy. Well, Cody might like send us a text and be like, dog, Dalton's an idiot.
will.
But
Never.
But bro, we love each other. We have brotherhood. We're all gonna hang out this summer, and do what we always do. We're gonna see each other in the gym. Like, this is the way it's supposed to fucking be, bro. We're supposed to be able to disagree, get heated about those disagreements, but still be cool as fuck, man. And I wish more people could see that common ground and see that that's the way it's supposed to be, not just absolute hate, bro. Because we have so much of it. You want to talk about fatigue? I'm fatigued with hate, bro. I really am. I think that there is idiot people in all walks of life, all skin colors, all job descriptions. There's just stupid ass fucking people, bro. And they just happen to exist in those things because people got to live. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to categorize people no more. I don't want to say it's all this, it's all that. Stereotypes are real and they exist for a reason, but that doesn't mean that has to be permanent. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at. I'm so
You got
burnt
me
out on it.
self-conscious. My belly's going to be sticking out now.
Was it?
I think so.
We'll start wearing shirts your size, bro.
I keep like slouching down. So, anyways.
He's shaking your camera the whole time you're talking, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Be fucking earthquaking.
Cody's fucking-
Tweaking. Nah, he tweaking.
I get hyped up, bro. But like, I just want us to do better, man. I'm so sick of it. And because I get to the perspective of both worlds, like I get a little more worked up about it because I'm someone who has to fight with his own family about my perspective now. You know what I mean? And but I'm willing to stand that ground because I think it's true. And I think I have a better perspective than them because none of them have lived the life I've lived and stepped as far outside of the box as I've been able to. And so they don't have the same perspective as me. So I try not to hold it against them to the best of my ability. But I think that should be the way it is for everybody. I think that we should all try to see it. I think that we should be able to hang out with people who don't believe in the same shit that we believe in and get along and just be like, well, we could make fun of each other for it. By all means, we can make fun of each other for our disagreements, but it doesn't mean we have to be fucking enemies. And I think that that's what the people at the top want from us. And they're winning. And we're all down here fighting amongst each other, acting like fucking idiots. And they're just getting what they want from us, bro. People are saying that they want to end the world. They don't, bro. They just want to end the world as we know it. Mm-hmm. And we're giving them all the length that they need to pull that off. So anyways, last words from any of you guys?
Let's hear it, Dalton.
You want me to? Okay, I'll wrap this up.
Go for it.
I think you're a chameleon. I think you have changed on everything we ever talked about. I don't know who you are anymore. You're like a snake who shed its skin, but I don't like this new skin on you. So we'll talk off the camera. We might even have to fight. But
Did I change or did everything else change?
I think you changed.
Turning point, Trump, everything.
Everything.
This one's on you, man. This Malcapalooza is going to be a lot different.
Hey, we got two campers out there now. We got to separate
wait till you get
people.
my boy Duffy in here to fucking listen to this. You just wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be like fucking. Oh, and then you get Chase, dude. Oh my god, our conversations are gonna be so fucking fun. It's gonna be so fun.
I feel bad for Chase because I feel like he gets ganged up on though. He usually stands alone.
I feel like I do a good job of being nice.
Remember it was us four, and we were like kind of going back and forth. Like one person would go after the other one, and then we'd gang up on them, but then we would switch. And
I think we did a good job with him the last time, but the first time we got him, that was true. But we were all so heavy on the same. Now we're all kind of divided, but for the most part, we have the same idea.
Is he liberal leaning?
He was.
Is he still? That's the guy you brought, right?
Yeah, it's my buddy.
Left center, maybe left center.
Yeah, I would say he's more that way, but not necessarily.
He's just a very fair guy.
I wouldn't say that either.
He used to be. He used to be very neutral of like, oh, just let him kind of shit.
Yeah, like I kind of let him.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah.
Is he still like that, you think?
Or
is he like more left or more?
It's tough to say. I feel like he's making a way for himself, and
he's definitely pro trans, right?
I think he's more fair in that way that he probably doesn't care what you do. I don't think he's gonna be trans. So
he's heterosexual for sure, and he works hard, so he's not full woke left.
He hates Trump.
Yeah, I mean, who
did he?
At this point, who does it?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Who do you think he voted for?
Not Trump, 100%. Know that. Wow. But I could see him not voting too. I'm not sure who he voted for, but I won't be voting next year, so fuck that. Next time.
I'm not even gonna argue with you about that no more either. Like I get it, bro.
Shit's gay and stupid.
Yeah, I get it. All right, man. Well, we'll end on that note. Everyone, thanks for checking us out, man. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel. Tell your friends about us. Don't tell your friends about us. Talk good, talk bad. It doesn't really matter as long as you're talking about us. Peace.